All right, let's dive right into the unique and vibrant traditions of Ramadan in the Sultanate of Oman. Get ready because we're going to explore a month that completely reshapes the rhythm of an entire nation. So, this quote really nails it. You've got to understand, in Oman, the holy month is so much more than just fasting from dawn to dusk. It's a complete social and cultural experience, you know? It's woven into the very fabric of daily life, connecting modern Omanis to their ancient roots in a really powerful way. And this whole journey, it begins way before the first sighting of the new moon. Seriously, the whole country starts to hum with this special kind of energy. You can almost feel the buzz in the air as this nationwide preparation touches every single part of life. So what does that buzz actually look like on the ground? Well, you can see it happening across four main areas. Economically, you have markets just coming alive. Socially, families are reconnecting. Religiously, mosques are getting ready. And logistically, well, whole communities are planning for shared meals and charity. It's a truly holistic thing. A perfect example of this are the Habitat. Now, these are special open-air markets that pop up just before Ramadan. And they're not just for shopping. No way. They're these incredible community hubs where people gather, connect, and make sure everyone is stocked up with dates, spices, and everything else they'll need. Okay, so all the prep is done. Then, once Ramadan officially begins, everything changes. The entire rhythm of the country just flips on its head, creating this fascinating contrast between the quiet of the day and the incredible energy of the night. And you can really see that transformation right here. The daytime hours, they're all about calm, quiet contemplation and spiritual focus. The streets are a little quieter, work hours get shorter, but then, as soon as that sun sets, a completely different world awakens, one that is just buzzing with activity, community, and celebration. And when I say buzzing, I mean it. Omani nights are absolutely packed. After evening prayers, communities just burst to life. You've got mosques filled for special Tarawih prayers, you've got lively football and volleyball tournaments, cultural competitions, and even traditional board games being played late into the night. It's this amazing blend of devotion and recreation. Now, right at the center of all this community life is something called the Sabla. The best way to think of it is as a traditional public council or community hall. But during Ramadan, its role gets supercharged. It becomes the absolute heart of the neighborhood, hosting these huge communal iftars where anyone can share a meal. It's also where traditions get passed down to the younger generation. So let's zoom in on the heart of the daily experience, breaking the fast, or iftar. And believe me, this is not just a meal. It's a cherished ritual, full of specific flavors, and most importantly, the spirit of sharing. And there's a real rhythm to it, a sequence that's followed every single day. First things first, the fast is always broken simply, with dates and water. It's a tradition tied right to the region's agricultural heritage. After that, it's time for the sunset prayer. Only then does the family finally gather for the main meal. And when that main meal hits the table, wow. We're talking about dishes that are just steeped in history. You have these icons like haris, which is a slow-cooked wheat and meat porridge, or tharid, where bread soaks up this amazing stew. Every single dish tells a story of local ingredients and family recipes. But you know, one of the most beautiful traditions has to be an-naksha. Picture this. Just before it's time to eat, you'll see kids and adults going back and forth between houses, exchanging plates of food. Every household shares a little bit of what they've cooked. It's just this simple, powerful act that perfectly captures the spirit of generosity in Oman. And that spirit of sharing, it doesn't just stop at the neighbor's door. It expands outward. The whole month is a time for bigger community celebrations and a really profound emphasis on giving back. So with all this focus on fasting and deep reflection, you might be wondering, okay, but what about the kids? Well, don't worry. One of the most joyful and anticipated traditions of the entire month is reserved especially for them, right at the halfway point. It's called Quranka Show, and it's awesome. On the 15th night of Ramadan, kids get all dressed up in their best traditional clothes, grab their little bags, and go door to door collecting sweets and treats. The streets just fill with this incredible, happy energy. And you can hear their cheerful chant echoing through the neighborhoods. As they go from house to house, they're greeted with smiles, and their bags are filled up. It's a wonderful way to reward them for their efforts in fasting and get them excited for the second half of the month. And that spirit of giving isn't just for the kids. It happens on a much larger scale, too. You have national charities running huge iftar programs and modern apps that make donating super easy. But it also thrives right at the neighborhood level, with local volunteers making sure everyone is taken care of. All right, so as the month starts to draw to a close, the energy shifts again. Everyone begins gearing up for the grand finale, Eid al-Fitr, the huge festival that marks the end of the fast. That last week is just a flurry of activity. Those special habitat markets pop up again for last-minute shopping. Then, on the night before Eid, a very special culinary tradition begins. It's all building up to the massive communal joy and feasting of Eid Day. And we have to talk about the Omani Shua. This is not just food, it's an event. Get this, meat, usually lamb or goat, is marinated in this amazing spice blend, wrapped in palm leaves, and then cooked slowly for up to 2 days in a communal pit oven underground. The unveiling of the Shua is a major, major moment. So, what's the big takeaway here? The story of Ramadan in Oman is this powerful reminder of how a society can charge into the future while holding on tight to its heritage. The sabla, the shwa, the karan kasho, these aren't just quaint old habits. They're living, breathing traditions that strengthen community bonds year after year. And it really makes you think, doesn't it? How can we keep our own ancient traditions just as vibrant and meaningful today?